Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go.
Hey, it's the Empire, Boxing Empire, back to our boxing. Big news, man. Vasyl Lomachenko, high-tech Lomachenko beats Anthony Carrillo in a great fight last night. And apparently, the shot he KO'd Anthony Carrillo with broke his right hand. No, I was really shocked to hear this, man. Um, but thinking back on the fight, it was pretty obvious that Lomachenko probably had something wrong with his hands, just on based on the volume of punches he was throwing. Lomachenko is very low volume in his fight. Usually, Lomachenko is used to throwing a lot of punches in the fight. He was very selective in his punches he threw against Anthony Carrillo, and the punches he threw, he was trying to get Carrillo out of there. Now, this is a really shocking thing because Lomachenko, I watched the fight last night. I actually made a post-fight review last night. He had to throw less than 100 punches in that fight. I mean, it was a four round knockout. So this fight he definitely didn't throw more than 100 punches. And when you throw less than 100 punches and you break your hand, that's a big red flag. That's a big red flag. And that being said, man, I'm actually shocked that he managed to do so much damage in such a short period of time, fighting such a low level opponent. That basically in that fight, I watched the fight last night. It looked like Lomachenko wasn't really gauging Carrillo too much. Every punch looked like a knockout punch. He was just trying to get him out of there quickly. And unfortunately for him just throwing random punches too hard basically caused his hand to get broken. So this is really extremely disappointing. Lomachenko called out a lot of big names like Mikey Garcia, GERVANTE Davis last night. And now that he broke his hand, he definitely can't come back in the ring for a long, long time. He has to let his hands heal up. And on top of that, you really can't train too much with a broken hand. So this is a really big deal. This is like the wrench in the machine, to really slow the progress made from Lomachenko. This fight was seen as a lot of people as a stepping stone fight to just fight bigger, stronger, better opponents. And, it's crazy because I talked about last night how Lomachenko's getting up there in age and how that is definitely going to affect his future fights. And lo and behold, he's already breaking hands and things like that in the fight. So we're gonna see what happens, man. I hope this don't turn into like a Keith Thurman of lightweight divisions, and I think that's what's gonna happen. If Lomachenko keeps getting hurt, I don't want him to turn to Keith Thurman and take a year off and then take 2 years off. You know what I mean? And then have to start vacating titles because he keeps getting injured. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. So we'll see what happens. But I don't want Lomachenko to turn to Keith Thurman and be a really great fighter and be at the top of the sport and then just become extremely, extremely inactive because he keeps hurting himself. Like I said earlier, man, he was fighting a nobody in his fight and he should have hurt himself. But that happens a lot for some reason. When Keith Thurman fought Josecito Lopez, he hurt himself in that fight as well. And he fought, Lopez is a great fighter, but he shouldn't have hurt himself fighting a Josecito Lopez. He shouldn't have hurt himself fighting Lopez. But it's crazy because when people fight lower competition, people just find a way to hurt themselves. I think it's because when you're fighting lower levels of competition, you can get away with certain things that you wouldn't be able to get away with higher level competition. So they're probably trying to do new things, and in trying to do that, they hurt themselves. Crazy stuff happens all the time. Even Deontay Wilder, when he fought, I remember when he broke his hand fighting Chris Arreola. He was just, I don't know what happened, but he just hurt. He like popped the bicep and like broke his arm at the same time. Broke his hand at the same time. So it's crazy, man. When people fight like lesser opponents, it's like they're more prone to injury for some reason. Like I said earlier, I think it's something to do with the whole your lesser competition. So I can probably get away with some wild stuff or highlight reel. I really think that these elite fighters, when they fight lower class fighters, they're trying to like pull off a really cool move and manage to hurt themselves at the same time. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, but it's like pretty consistent, man. I think most of the people I named within the last 1 or 2 years, elite level competition fighting, not the best competition, hurting themselves. Crazy stuff, man. I hope Lomachenko recovers quickly. I'm trying to see these big fights. before anyone gets too old. Let me know how you guys feel about it though, man. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geobasket Empire. Peace.